Hi friends, it's Em and welcome back to another video. Today I am going to be setting up my MakseLife goals companion notebook for November. And what's really exciting here, at least for me, is that I am doing both the monthly calendar, the monthly goals, and the weekly actions leading up to November. So there's going to be a lot of flipping, flopping with pages. The stickers that I'm using here are I can't read, Green Thumb by According to Allie. And you can use the discount code M10 for 10% off of those. And then I'm also using these really cute Ghost Pokemon trick-or-treating stickers from Peppercut Studios. And so first, we're just going to start by laying out stickers. I like to make sure that I have plenty of room to write. So sometimes I'll place a couple, then I'll write a little bit, and then I'll place a few more. But in general, I'm just trying to make sure that I have enough space to do all of my goals. So one cool thing about setting up at the end of the month, right, when you still have 1 week left, is that you can tailor your weekly actions from, for example, right, the last week of October to help sort of jumpstart your November goals. So, for example, one of my health and wellness goals is to kill it at the Crush Your Core program with Peloton. So what I'm doing in this last week of October is I'm actually starting the program. So I feel like for me, right, getting started is the hardest part. Once I'm already a week through it, I'm definitely going to be way more likely to stick it out. And here I'm adding in a little bit of washi tape from Archer and Olive, just that it matches the spread. And it also helps me block out the days that are not actually part of this calendar month, right? So, you know, all the days through Halloween and then the beginning of December, because this is an undated companion notebook, we just trim those right off. Easy peasy. Other goals that we're focusing on this month. Honestly, it's kind of scary if I'm thinking about it, which I am. So, yes. So one of my big things in October was I wanted to get started with my ukulele, which I did do. I can play 3 chords on a regular basis and 1 sometimes. And usually you only need like 6 chords for a song, so it'll be easy peasy. And in that vein, I feel like there's a lot of social activities happening in November that I want to go to, like hockey games and seeing the Eras Tour movie, because Lord knows I can afford $25 for the ticket to the movies. I cannot afford an actual Eras ticket. And sort of in that vein, right, focusing a lot more on experiences than on purchasing things. Or at least if I am purchasing things, that they're not for myself. So we're saving up for Christmas gifts. I have some, in my opinion, some really good gifts planned for Gil, but I can't tell you about them because he watches these videos. And actually, so do a fair number of my friends. So I can't really say anything about any of the gifts I'm getting, but I'm very proud of them. Another thing that I'm kind of trying to work on more. So this is a function of last month, because I had really wanted to work on my self-esteem in therapy. So now I have to come up with a mantra that I say, like, in the mirror, and I've been doing a very bad job at it. But, you know, so it's things like, I am enough, and I am intelligent, and stuff like that. And so I think I might actually need to add that to my spiritual and personal growth goals for the month. So I don't know if that's an overshare. I mean, it's my planner channel, but you know, still. And then a huge goal is getting our wedding thank you cards mailed out. It's only been 2 weeks since the wedding, but I want to make sure that everyone feels appropriately thanked. So that's kind of a matter of, well, first making the spreadsheet, then making sure we know who attended, and if they didn't attend, if they sent something, right, just to thank them for thinking of us. And then get it going. And especially because I'm the one with the nice handwriting, so like I feel like it's gonna fall to me to do it, which kind of sucks because my hand is already gonna hurt from, doing a whole bunch of writing in my bullet journal and things like that. But, we'll see how it goes. Something that I was really excited about was that sometimes when it's in the middle of the month and you go, oh, that would be such a good idea. I would love to do this right now, but I can't right now. I just pop it on a sticky note and then I pop it on the appropriate page. So whether it's a weekly action or a monthly goal. So when I flipped to November, I had something already in my physical environment that was research, dual angle, and monitor filming setup. So that way we can get some of those like nice, crispy action shots of like pulling a sticker off the page or whatever. I don't know. I am really excited for November. Gil just recently started smoking turkeys, and it is quite possibly the best thing I've ever eaten in my life. Like, just, it's so good. I also find that when I'm setting my goals for the new month, it's a great time to look back at the goals for the previous month, what worked and what didn't. So, like, in October, I really got it in my head that I was going to be doing a bunch of running and physical activity, and my hip begged to differ. So this month is really going to be about getting back to prime activity levels so that I actually can be doing that running, because like fall in Tennessee is perfect running weather. It's nice and crisp and like you don't get super duper sweaty, which I love. But most everything else from my October goals got sorted. So we start looking then at my yearly goals. And we'll talk about this probably in December, because that's when we're going to start setting new yearly goals. You should always have a mix of things that you can do. It's kind of like a to-do list, right? Sometimes you write things on the to-do list that you've already done so that you can feel accomplished. It's kind of like that, where like you have some small goals and you have some medium goals and then you have some big scary goals. So, for example, on my yearly goals, one of my big scary goals was to create a Skillshare class, which I haven't done yet, but I have been approved to teach on Skillshare. It's just a matter now of figuring out like how that works with being on the Archer and Olive ambassador team and stuff like that. But there's still plenty of goals for the year that I haven't done. Like, I'm still working on learning how to watercolor and learning how to play the ukulele, although I've definitely made a lot of progress, even if some of it was just this month. When it comes to hobbies, sometimes I just pick them up and I hug them for a second and then I put them in a drawer never to be seen again. But, I definitely think that I have a lot that I learned this year about my kinds of goal setting and what I want and what motivates me. One of our big scary goals for 2024 is probably going to be to buy a house, which is terrifying as someone who has rented for the last 10 years. But I'm just imagining, right, having this dream craft room that doesn't have to double as an office. And I don't know, it gets me so excited. Building a life and all that fun stuff. So we'll sort of see how that happens. Also here, you can see the sticky note again. I didn't know where we were gonna hike, so I just wrote hike and then I put a sticky note over it because I was like, I don't know, we'll figure this out later. It ends up we're actually going to try and hike the same place that we did last month. Although we like the same place that we tried to go last month. That sort of thing. In my monthly layout, that's the part that I'm more excited about using. I had been using it in previous months to sort of track what areas I was doing when, and I do think that was a good fit because I could see sort of if I was thinking to myself, wow, I really haven't gotten good at ukulele yet, and I go, oh, well, you only practiced once. Maybe that has something to do with it. Or moreover, right, sometimes I can track my mood, I can track, I can track my mood, and then I can track my spending a little bit and be like, oh, I might have been feeling a bit depressed, and that's why I spent a whole bunch of money on shoes. So, I don't know. It is kind of what you make it. I like the elements of it that are really guided. You could definitely duplicate something like this in your bullet journal, and I totally did with my yearly goals, right? Just because the quarterly notebooks don't contain that. They do come with a little separate thingamajig where you can set your yearly goals, but in 2023, I had just set them in Notion because they're cute little check marks, and that way I could access them on my phone too if we were traveling or something like that. The thing is, this week coming up that I am quite possibly the most excited for is going to see a hockey game. I never thought that I would be excited for that, but it's something new. It's something with new friends. And I'm hoping that, there will be a fight. I feel like that's the sort of thing you expect at a hockey game. But that, I don't know. It's like, the Knoxville Ice Bears. We'll see if I become a den mother. I'm not sure what you would even call that. But either way, I'm here for it. Trying to make sure that I also prioritize rest throughout all of this because the holiday season is chaotic enough without overscheduling yourself to the point of exhaustion. So please, if you've made it this far, remember to rest, all right? Take at least 15 minutes to just breathe, take a hot shower, maybe read a book, or just watch a video. You could watch mine, but any YouTube videos that make you feel cozy and relaxed, that's definitely the way that you should go. If you liked this video, go ahead and hit that like button. Please let me know if you want to see more goals planning videos, because otherwise we might just be doing Bujo for a while. And just look at these cute little ghost Pokemon. Look at them. They're just so dang cute. And as always, happy planning.